Hola, buenos días. Soy Nico.
It's simple. He don't like you. He don't call you. He don't like you. He don't keep his word. He don't like you. He's inconsistent. He has someone else. He only calls you when he wants something. He's using you. He starts random arguments. He's cheating on you. He's not investing in you. You're not worth the investment. Never met his family. You're not the one. Been with your guy 5+ years. No ring. No marriage. He's still searching. You're a placeholder. Men are not complicated. They're very easy to know. Men don't talk with their words, they talk with their actions. Let's go, Nat Nation. Be smart, date smart, choose wisely. And remember, I told you.
And today you're in my living room. Nico, I'm going to be moving a bit quickly, but basically I'm staying my ass home for a week. And then I will be back in New York City. I'm going to be reaching out to more clubs and bars because I want to have another girlies night. I want to make sure everybody can come out, enjoy some drinks, enjoy some good music and dance and have fun. But that is not why you're here. But before we get started, if you like this kind of content, make sure to follow me on patreon.com/Nicosaesthetics for more exclusive lives, weekly videos, be a part of the podcast. Nico, that should be filming an episode this week. We will be actually filming an episode this week, just because I am finally home, and I'll set all my stuff up upstairs. So we'll work it out. We'll work it out. I'm ranting. But today we're here to talk about something that's a little bit disturbing. Essentially, an old OnlyFans couple, they're no longer together, are in the limelight because a man named Munjileel. Nico, a lot of these names are going to be difficult for me to pronounce. Do not judge me. His name is Munjileel, and he came forward basically saying, I had to give him that bink because bro was acting stupid, and then we got nasty. And he posted a video of his ex-boyfriend who is visibly bruised and, injured, giving him super happy adult fun time gargling practice, if you will. He's giving him the that whole thing, but the person clearly has bruises all over their face. And of course I'm going to give them credit because they said, Nico, you never give us credit. You never. Essentially, the Gay Shade Room, Supreme T, I know they're upset when I do not give them credit. They basically gave it a blunt caption, and when I say the Gay Shade Room, I mean sometimes their captions are very ignorant, sometimes they're insulting, sometimes they're straight to the point, so I'll give them that. But it's usually just clickbait oriented. And basically they asked, how could you have them put paws on you and then continue to be sexually engaged with them? And before we get on to the shenanigans that is this story, I want to clarify something. I don't know what y'all think happens after a physical altercation happens in like a personal relationship, as in the world continues moving. It's not like at that moment most people would just drop everything, especially because those two were living together at that point, to my knowledge, because they were an OnlyFans couple that lasted a long time and they were always seen together. So imagine your significant other for some reason just unleashes their rage on you, and you are stuck in a house with them. Eventually you either have to come to terms with, okay, we're going to address this. Maybe he apologized, said it won't happen again, or you're going to have to leave and try to find someplace else to stay. If you do not have the resources to do that, you're stuck in a house with them, and things eventually begin to move forward. So odds are you will become sexually entangled again, especially if your income is based on you two having an OnlyFans together. So in this situation, I don't understand why y'all are questioning that, but we're going to move forward because basically this was done as an attempt to get a rise out of his ex. After people were rightfully dragging him, he basically went, oh, well, it was makeup. I was just joking. Y'all don't really know anything. Y'all are just being nosy, and I'm a good person. I just reacted because I saw something that upset me and I posted it. But at the same time, I'm not violent, but I can fight and nobody can beat me, and anybody that want to say something or got an issue with, they can come fight me. And it was just him realizing no, people are not going to applaud you for posting and admitting to attacking your significant other and then trying to embarrass them. So eventually, the boyfriend Keanu, I don't know how to say it, the last part properly, so I'll do my best. He basically came forward and said, that was not makeup, that was not a joke. That is something that I tried very hard to keep off the internet because that is my personal life. You know, that is my personal trauma. Y'all don't need to know that. So I had no interaction with this. I had nothing to do with this. He basically posted that old video that he took of us being sexually active after he attacked me and put me on blast for no reason. Thank you for everybody that reached out to check on me, but I'm good. I'm moving forward. This is not going to hinder or affect me whatsoever. And I applaud him because what Supreme T does not do, which I wish they would, kind of like the Shade Room, they don't follow up on the stories. Basically, they'll post the headline, they'll post the breaking tea, sometimes they'll leak someone's nudes, but when the person or the other party that's affected comes forward with their half of the story, they don't publicize it. They don't try to make that the lead, dialogue here. That's why I always wait a couple of days after a story breaks, just because I want to see who else is going to reply. I want to see who else has their side of the story to tell. I don't want to just run with something. So to find out that this was actually real, he was really putting his hands on his significant other, but not only that, but he posted this video as a way to get back at him. And I feel like that's the real nefarious part that we're not addressing, because everybody's like, oh, why would you go back and have sexual interactions with him? This man put his hands on his boyfriend and then posted the video to get a rise out of him because they're no longer together, basically taunting him. And nobody's bringing that up in the dialogue. And I feel like that's just such an evil thing to do. Like, you see somebody is moving on, you see somebody is bettering themselves, but you want to remind them of how weak they were in that moment. It's something I can't get behind. So definitely drop your opinions down below. Did you see this situation, and did you see Keanu's Papo? Did you see his reply? Because I feel like his reply added a lot of context into the situation. And how do you feel about Munji posting this in general, especially because he was basically using it as an alternative way to announce that he has music coming? And I'm like, did y'all not learn from, what's her name, Yolanda from Escape?
That lady's name is Latasha. I don't know where I got Yolanda. It's Latasha Scott.
Or what's her name? The one that's always hooping and hollering that stole the tens of thousands of dollars from her sister? Bad press is not good press. If you are trying to put out music, if you're trying to put out an artistic project or a business, you putting bad press into the news willingly, it's not going to look good on you. Because in this situation, I truly just feel bad for Keanu, because you put your hands on him, you recorded y'all having sexual interactions, and then you posted the video with his bruised face as an aha got you moment to try to embarrass him and get some clicks and views onto your OnlyFans. I don't know. I don't agree with it, but definitely drop your opinions down below. And also, if someone puts their hands on you, that is not love. I want to, come forward about this as well. I don't put my personal business on the internet because I'm not one to have my personal business on the internet. That's why I definitely feel for Keanu in this situation, because he was like, I tried my best to keep this off of the internet because that is my personal business. That is not anything for y'all to know. So I'm not going to put my business out there, but if somebody puts their hands on you because they're territorial, they just love you so much, they don't like when people talk to you, they don't like when people look at you, that is not love, that is possessiveness. They are trying to control you. I want you to understand that. If somebody puts their hands on you, it's time to leave. Arguing is one thing, going back and forth with insults, not healthy, but as soon as it gets physical, it's time to go home. But yes, definitely drop your opinions down below before I continue to rant. Boop.
And a brief yet sincere shout out to this week's third eye tier subscribers, William P. and Ja Capone, which I'm assuming is like Al Capone. So, respect. But thank you for your continued support. And this week's live stream discussion is going to be tap dancing late in your career. If that sounds interesting to you, definitely tune in, because we've seen it happen time and time again.